It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, what's better than a visit from Richard Simmons? His Hairpiece theater debut with Wendy. Plus, we've got the inside scoop on big news from Will and Jada's family. And Wendy's ready to dish on all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Great. We've got a really entertaining show. I'll explain that walk that I was trying to effect in a few moments. Did you notice? I was up to something. Anyway, look, and so is Kim Kardashian. That divorce drama continues, okay? And which Lohan is going to be, well, wants to be on Dancing with the Stars. And then you won't believe what Jessica Simpson's parents are fighting about. Let's talk about it. It's time for Hot Topics. You know, I walk like a fool. I've got giant feet and knocked knees. So I've been taking walking lessons because tonight, for the very first time ever, I'm going to be walking in a fashion show. It's for... It's walking in the Heart Truth Red Dress Collection, a 2013 fashion show. This is the big fashion show. They happen every year. All the ladies wear red who walk the runway, and we bring awareness to heart disease, which, as we know, is the #1 killer for women. But I've been taking actual walking lessons. And I can't tell you about my red dress because they want it to be a surprise, but I can tell you it's made of matte jersey, and it's by one of my favorite designers, Norma Kamali. Also here on Wendy, Live Like a Star Month continues. We have a fabulous VIP trip, well, a bunch of fabulous VIP trips to New York that we're giving away. Plus, don't forget to look for the word of the day on today's show. And I'll give you a hint, even though they tell me not to. It's at the end of the show today. Okay. Yeah. So yesterday I was thinking about the Super Bowl halftime, you know, for next year, you know, because I told you I'm on the committee in Jersey. And you know what? Why didn't we think of Jennifer Lopez? Wouldn't she be perfect? She'd be perfect. So now my #1 choice is Jennifer Lopez for the Super Bowl halftime next year. And then, because you know she'll bring Pitbull out. Pitbull's already done, I think, Super Bowl halftime. Pitbull will come out in one of those good shiny suits and that shiny bald head and those sunglasses. And he's a little tiny man, but he packs a whole lot of sex appeal. I like him. Anyway, so Jennifer Lopez is my #1 choice, and then Lady Gaga is my #2 choice. After that, Katy Perry is a distant third, and nobody else counts. All right, so anyway, moving on. Last night, I finished up my stint. I was telling you that I have a guest starring role in an upcoming episode of Law and Order SVU. So yesterday we finished filming, and you know, I am playing the role of a talk show host named Wendy Williams, whose talk show happens to be in New York, who happens to talk pop culture and hot topics. And one of the hottest topics going on is the Chris Brown Rihanna affectation. Like they're mimicking that on Law and Order. So that was like the Chris Brown character that I was talking to on the set. And then last night the Rihanna character had an album release party, and I was outside the club, you know, yapping at her with, you know, the paparazzi and stuff. So anyway, thank you, Law and Order SVU. I had a really good time. And you guys, by the way, don't forget the big buzz about that show is that Mike Tyson is guest starring tonight. He's playing a murderer on death row. And that airs tonight, Law and Order SVU, at 9 o'clock on NBC. Thank you. Okay. The divorce drama is heating up between Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries. And I just have to say, wait, first I'll give you the story, then I'll give you my opinion. So Kris's legal team has filed new legal documents saying that the case can't go to trial because they're still waiting for evidence from Kim's team. That evidence would include raw footage from Keeping Up with the Kardashians and all those Kardashian shows. You know that raw footage on the floor probably tells the whole story. I mean, I understand you waiting for this footage, Kris. However, anyway, Kris's lawyers are saying that Kim is trying to use her pregnancy with Kanye to rush this case along and just end it. Well, guess what? Pregnancy and also illness trump everything. Unfortunately, Kris, she got you. And I really did want you to go in and win this because I know somewhere in there, even though you, you went along willingly and married this girl and you knew that there was something going on besides love. However, we all in our mind suspect things about the Kardashians and their meaning or lack thereof sincerity in particular things like the marriage with you and Kim. But now it's too late for you to prove it. Now you're gonna lose the case. You should have just taken the $10 million to begin with because now that she's pregnant, a pregnant woman can use that as an excuse for anything. You know what I mean? So now she can, look, there's pregnant Kim. The second a pregnant woman goes, oh, all bets are off. And by the way, God forbid, but if she has a miscarriage, then she could maybe sue you for causing her stress. I'm just saying. According to TMZ, Kim's doctors have told her already that the stress from the divorce could put the baby at risk. See? Kim is winning. Sorry, Kris. Just take the money and end the case. Damn you. Okay, so what are your thoughts on Dina Lohan being on Dancing with the Stars? I gotta tell you, Carrie-Ann Inaba, by the way, one of the judges from Dancing with the Stars, is walking in the fashion show tonight. So Carrie-Ann, I have to ask you about that, or at least give you my opinion. Dancing with the Stars, Dina Lohan is not a star. She's what appears to be a bad mom, one of the worst. She's the bad mom of what appears to be a falling star, Lindsay Lohan. Anyway, Dina wants to be on Dancing with the Stars. She told Extra this, and she wants Max to be her partner because Max is strict. Maybe she got that idea after Lindsay was allegedly offered Dancing with the Stars, but she turned down their $500,000 paycheck to appear. Yeah, so I guess Dina thinks that she's gonna scoop up that same money. Nobody wants to see you on Dancing with the Stars. You know where we wanna see you, Dina? We wanna see you by your daughter's side, helping her clean up her act. And also, you know what, Dina? Max would never put up with your foolishness. I know that you think that Max is a good time guy because he was dancing with Kirsty, but Kirsty really danced. And Kirsty really had tenacity to show up to practice and be present. I saw you on Dr. Phil, and you didn't appear to be present there, Dina. Just saying. By the way, I have no idea who's actually going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and the new show returns March 18th, so they don't have much time to make the announcements. I'll be watching. Yeah. Sure. Well, you know, at the Jessica Simpson family house, there's just a lot going on. It's turning ugly between her mother and father. You know, Joe and Tina have announced that they are separating, heading for divorce. Joe has had some sort of midlife crisis where he's lost weight. He looks like a twink at this point. He's got very, very bleached blonde hair. And listen, Jessica's mom, Tina, is allegedly furious that Father Joe up here has reportedly blown through $300,000 from their joint bank account on a Mexican getaway. According to Radar Online, Joe spent so much money so fast that Tina suspects that someone joined him on the trip. Tina girl, we need to talk. Anyway, Tina reportedly thinks that the money should be used for their daughter's careers and not his vacation funds. But my thing about Joe is that, Tina, you have to be fair about this. It was Joe who built this empire. You know, you had 2 daughters, and Joe took them years ago and got them branded and got them, you know, the reality show and all that other kind of stuff. God, they used to be such a smart, handsome-looking couple. And then Joe had to lose his mind. Anyway, just get this divorce done as soon as possible. You know, it's got to be hurting Tina. It's got to be hurting Jessica, who's still pregnant, you know, with the 2nd child. It's got to be hurting Ashley. And Joe is living his life. How you doing? I love Mario Lopez. And Mario Lopez loves to show off his body. Okay, so he lost the bet to his extra co-host, Maria Menounos, who also loves to show off her body. Maria's team was the San Francisco 49ers, and they lost to the Baltimore Ravens. So the promise was that Mario would have to strip down to his underwear and streak through the Grove, which is a big outdoor mall in... Now, as you know, Mario has his own line of underwear, so that's him modeling his own line of underwear. And Mario, you look taller when you're naked. Nice. Thank you. All right, so Miley Cyrus, did we agree that we do like her hair short and blonde? It's nice. It's a nice change. I don't mind this hairstyle at all. She's been getting tons of, you know, opinions as to, you know, what people think about her hair. But she told E! News that she doesn't miss her long hair in any way, shape, or form, and she's never going back to long. The long is sweet, more innocent, but I get it. It's probably a lot to maintain all the extensions because that's not all her hair. So then you have to do the extensions and stuff. Although when your hair is white blonde, then you have to touch up your roots all the time. She looks older and hardened with the blonde hair, doesn't she? But didn't you want to look older and hardened when you were 19? I know I did. I mean, when I was 19, my favorite lipstick was Revlon Fire and Ice. It was reddish orange, and it was really shiny, like a Saturday night special. And because I was 5 feet, 11, and seemingly a larger framed woman, and all the boys my age, they totally weren't into a big girl like me, but all the older men used to always hit on me, even though I was very naive inside. But I used to put that Fire and Ice on, and do you remember the Indian Earth makeup in the urn? If you spilled it on your, put that Indian Earth on, and line the inside of my eyes. And go out, and I would, you know, you look old. When you're 19, you want to look older. It's funny, and then by the time you get to 39, you want to look younger. But Miley, live your life. We love commenting on you. So, Donald Trump is battling another celebrity. This time, it's talk show host. I know. What do you want me to say? No, it's Bill Maher. You may remember that Donald offered to donate $5 million to charity if President Obama released his college transcripts. Remember Donald was on one? Yep, and wanted that. What's that? Ooh, that's a lot of Indian Earth. Donald. I like your fake and bake. Anyway, Bill went on Jay Leno the other day and promised to donate $5 million to charity if Donald could prove that his father isn't an orangutan. So ridiculous. So now Donald, no, it gets worse. Donald is suing Bill now for the $5 million because he says he's proved that his dad isn't an orangutan and he wants Bill to pay up. You know, It's so silly, all you can do is laugh. And Donald will be here on our show later this month, so we'll ask him about that and a whole lot more. You know, you hate to see a marriage end, but when it came to Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, I was all for that one ending, and I was very happy for her. I was very happy for her. I was also very happy to see her, you know, uproot and move to New York and enroll Sari in school and just do normal stuff. Like, there she is walking around in New York and posing. So she's been single now for 7 months, but according to Radar Online, she's ready to get back into the dating scene. She's a little nervous because she says she's really enjoying her freedom on account of she was controlled by Tom Cruise for all 5 of their years being married. So you can understand that. Even if you've never been through it, you get that. But what she's worried about is that a new relationship will mean that she's gonna lose her newfound freedom. And I say, no, Katie. This is what happens. See, don't date a really wealthy guy. Don't date another actor. Don't date like a junk bondsman from down on Wall Street. This is who you date, honestly. You date a regular guy, like a cameraman. Or, I am telling you, when a woman has her money, she got that money from Tom Cruise and that little fledgling acting career she has. She's got her money and she's got her daughter. So now she doesn't need to be bossed around. She needs a nice guy who's gonna open the door for her and treat her right. And I feel like Julia Roberts, at first maybe you didn't understand it, but Julia Roberts met Danny Moder, who was like a cameraman or a key grip or like a production assistant. He wasn't high on the totem pole on the movie location, but their eyes locked. And a bunch of years later, Danny and Julia are married. They have children together. Just get a guy who's not gonna cause you a hard time, like this guy that Julia got. A plumber or something. Anyway, this Valentine's Day, Katie says that she's gonna carry on a childhood tradition that her mom used to do for her, and that is making red pancakes. And so she's gonna make the red pancakes for Sari. Do you have any traditions like that on these off holidays? I'm not talking Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm talking like the off holidays. Like, I know growing up in the Williams household, there wasn't a St. Patrick's Day that went by. Now, mind you, we're not Williams, we're Williams. I'm just plain blackety black Jersey. There's no Irish anywhere, but for some reason, every St. Patrick's Day, my mom would feel it necessary to make corned beef and cabbage with really spicy mustard and potatoes at the bottom of the pot and really soft New York rye. And so my parents, they're in Florida right now, but they'll be up here in a couple of weeks. And my mother, doggone her, she says to me the other day, Wendy, and you know I'm gonna be making corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day. I said, of course, Mom, of course. Okay, it is official. I've been teasing you about this story, Britney Spears heading to Vegas to do that show. Well, it's official. Don't you love these shorts? Every time I see somebody in them, I'm just feeling like somebody needs to get them. Can somebody who has tickets to the Wendy show just wear them to the show? And don't forget the fishnets. It's good. Anyway, it's now confirmed. Britney's managers have confirmed she is setting up residency for her own show at one of the Caesars in Las Vegas. This is gonna be so good. I know you're gonna wanna know, or you're gonna wanna go, and I'm not exactly sure when it starts, but it is a done deal. The paperwork is signed. Now this is great for Britney, because to me, she can go, you know, a residency in Vegas is usually several months or several years, depending on how well it goes, which means that you can live a fairly stable lifestyle. You can enroll your kids, like I said, in the Vegas Middle School. You know, you can live in a regular house. You can go grocery shopping. Why, as soon as Britney got the news about the job, she proceeded to do one of her favorite activities, which is grocery shopping. Here she is with a basket full of Orange Crush and gum. And I'll show you how normal she is. She doesn't even have flower service at her house. She buys flowers at the grocery store like we do. And she drove off in a smart car with no window tint and the roof open. I don't know that I trust Britney Spears behind the wheel. That's a brave black man next to her in the car. Anyway, everybody, we have a great show for you. The always outrageous Richard Simmons is here. And then show. Richard and I are gonna do a very special edition, the Oscar edition of Hairpiece Theater, and you don't wanna miss that. But up next, Brian Baltazar is here from popgoestheweek.com. He's gonna join us with the inside scoop on which celebrity is retiring at the height of their career. We'll fill you in, keep it here. Scoop in here with some juicy celebrity stories from popgoestheweek.com. Our friend Brian Baltazar. Hey. All right, let's just get into it. Okay, what's going on with Lindsay Lohan's a loan from a celebrity?
Well, apparently she's short on funds, as you may have heard, so she's turned to none other than Lady Gaga, apparently.
Are they friends? Do they even know each other?
Well, yeah, actually, last summer, you may remember, they had a little sleepover at the Chateau Marmont, and so she wrapped up. Yeah, so. Reports claim that at the time, because they actually tweeted pictures of it at the time, they had a little sleepover and Lindsay had racked up about a $50,000 debt. Now, I know the minibar is expensive, but that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And at the time, their friendship was kind of fresh, and so the National Enquirer is reporting that Lady Gaga offered to spot her about 50 grand to kind of settle it up. And Lindsay Lohan said, no, oh, there they are, looking almost exactly alike.
Yeah, they do.
That's their friendship there. Unfolding. And so she said, no, thank you. It may have been too soon or something in their friendship. Well, apparently it's not too soon anymore.
She offered her the $50,000.
Yes.
And Lindsay it was too soon. And so now Lindsay needs the money.
Now she needs the money. You know, she took 100 grand from Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Didn't so much as write a thank you note at the time. And the cards usually say thank you on them already.
And Gaga's like, no, you can't have the money.
Right. So now she actually reached out to Lady Gaga and said, you know, remember that $50,000 apparently? And Lady Gaga, what's being reported is that she didn't actually get back to her directly. She had one of her people get back to Lindsay.
That's the way to do it.
Say,
Shut that down.
Thanks, but no thanks. So, so now, you know, she's racked up quite a bit of debt. You know, she's had legal bills from her attorney, which she just fired. And the attorney had to reportedly get back to her and say, hey, you actually owe me money from all that excuse making I did for you. And so she's got back rent on a mansion and some other expenses, and she lives large still for someone who's not making. She's the only woman
that I know, though, who can get $10,000 at the drop of a dime. Like, even though we talk about her financial troubles, she never seems broke.
Right. Well, and she also relies on kind of, I guess you call them benefactors. Like when she comes to New York, she stays at Vikram Chatwal's hotels. He's a hotel magnate.
He's like one of those counts.
So, you know, I guess to be talked about is something. There's equity in that. And so Lindsay Lohan is still trying to cash in on that, but she's not getting a loan from Lady Gaga. At least that's the word on the street. So.
Okay. There's a rumor about Will Smith's daughter, Willow, quitting showbiz.
Right. You know, at 12 years old, she's already got more money and nicer clothes than me. Yeah. I'm not there, you know. But apparently, you know, in 2010, she had Whip My Hair, and it was a big hit, and she toured with that. And Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith had already planned on producing a film remake of Annie, the musical, and she was going to star. But then suddenly, she had dropped out of it, and no one knew why. They thought maybe it's because she's now 12, she's getting too old. Yeah. Well, it turns out that she actually just had a talk with her father, and Will was like, she said she didn't want to do it. Will said, but I got Jay-Z to do the music. Beyonce's going to probably be there, because Jay-Z sampled Hard Knock Life. Right. She said, you know what? How about I just be a 12-year-old? Yeah.
How about okay?
Yeah.
How about good choice?
So now...
So is the Annie movie going to get made?
It is going to get made. In fact, they're looking at Quvenzhané from Beasts of the Southern Wild. They call her Lil Q, that cute girl. She's the youngest Oscar nominee right now.
Oh, yeah.
She's adorable. Yeah. She's adorable, and they're looking at her for... Right now, they're still moving forward on that film.
How old is she, about?
She was 6 when she shot it. She's now 9. So she's at the right age.
Good. All right, so I hear that some of our favorite actors are returning to television.
A lot of great film and big names are coming to TV if their pilots work out. John Leguizamo is one of them.
Okay.
ABC ordered a show based on a husband and father living in Manhattan, which, as you may know, John Leguizamo is a husband and father living in Manhattan.
I was hoping he'd play a New York guy.
He's going to be kind of a version of himself. Also, Blair Underwood. Who can do anything. Who can do anything except age. He has not aged a bit.
No, he's not.
NBC is commissioning him to recreate Ironside, which was a 1960s detective series. Yeah.
Oh!
There's Raymond Burr, the original Robert Ironside. Yeah, and he plays a guy who was shot by a sniper, then confined to a wheelchair, and becomes the most amazing detective unit in the city of San Francisco.
Okay.
And so they're doing a pilot, and I think there's high hopes that this is going to be a big
now,
success.
Would Blair play the Ironside character in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Robin Williams is coming back if this pilot works out. CBS has ordered a show called Crazy Ones. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Robin Williams is gonna be the crazy one. He's playing an advertising executive who works at a firm with his daughter. And in fact, David E. Kelly from Ally McBeal is the man behind that. So that has a good amount of crazy and
I
heart.
like him in his movies. I couldn't stand Mork from Ork, and all I'm thinking is please don't have elements of Mork from Ork in there.
He's a lot. Robin Williams is a lot of person, but a lot of Robin goes a long way.
Yes.
And finally, Roseanne could be making a comeback. NBC.
Okay, yes.
NBC has ordered a pilot of a comedy for her, and she's actually going to be on a 3-episode arc on The Office in its final season right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
Roseanne's
we're seeing
funny.
cool
She's
names.
our friend. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Everybody, this is Brian Baltazar, and if you want more juicy celebrity stories, check out popgoestheweek.com. I'll be here to work tomorrow, too. Still to come, the outrageous Richard Simmons. But up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Thank you, studio audience. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How can I help you?
Well, Wendy, my name is Shelley. How you doing?
Hi,
One more
Shelley.
time.
How you doing?
I am 63 years young.
Yes, you are.
I'm telling all of America today.
Yes.
I have a 37-year-old daughter. I've been married for 42 years. My daughter is grown to be my best friend. We hang out. We go to parties together. We do a lot of things together.
Yes.
But most of her friends think that I'm her sister. And some of her friends, her male friends, even try to hit on me.
Yeah, they think you're one of the girls.
Yeah. Well, my question to you today is, should I tell them, reveal from the onset, that I am the mama lady, or should I just kind of go with the flow?
Well, I think that you're first of all, I love the idea that you're 63 and you're still spicy and youthful enough to hang out with these 30-somethings. Personally speaking, I see a woman like you as very valuable to the crowd because you can school them on the ways of the world if they happen to ask. There's nothing wrong with your daughter revealing that, look, this is my mom, blah, 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 but don't make everyone feel awkward in a mom kind of way. But yeah, keep kicking it with the kids until your daughter says enough is enough, because there might come a time when there's certain events where she doesn't want her daughter around, all be beautiful and young at heart. Okay?
Okay.
So yes, reveal your age and have fun with the kids. Yes.
Wendy.
Okay, we have time for one more. Hey.
Hi, Wendy. I'm Jacqueline. How you doing?
How you doing?
So I've been dating my boyfriend for 6 months. We're really serious. The problem is he dated his ex-girlfriend for 4 years. His family loved her. So now they're really cold to me. They make me very uncomfortable. So I don't know if I should continue hanging out with him with his family or just keep it separate.
I'd keep it separate. I mean, there's not one family occasion coming up unless there's a family reunion during the summer.
Right.
Fortunately, we're through with Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything. So I would lay low until next Christmas.
Okay.
But I would also keep an eye on your boyfriend because he's the one who's supposed to be able to make you feel comfortable and make your family understand what the score is. So yeah, stay away from them. You don't necessarily have to tell them why, but definitely have a conversation with him about how you feel. 4 years is a lot to overcome. You're only 6 months in. It'll take a moment, but you can get there.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Everybody, keep it here. Coming up next, the always enjoyable Richard Simmons. For the last 38 years, our next guest has been helping the world shed millions of pounds. He has a new fitness video. It's called Project Hope. Please welcome the always entertaining Richard Simmons. Simmons, how I love you so much. Do you know that...
Hi, everybody!
You know, you always dress for the occasion.
Well, you know what? When someone wants to give me the bird, I already have it.
Richard, you know, what does your closet look like? Is it a walk-in? Is there a chandelier? Do you have everything bedazzled?
No, you know, I don't live like that.
How do you live? Oh, here we go. You are so emotional. Are you gonna cry?
I was born in a trunk down at Union Station. I don't live like that.
So you don't have a bunch of stuff hanging in the closet. This is fold up in the dresser drawer stuff?
No, these are on hangers.
Uh-huh.
You know, Leslie Wilshire and I have been making these for decades.
Yes.
And then after I wear them a few times, I get them with charity to raise money for breast cancer, anti-bullying, or whatever.
Yeah. So Richard, as you know, everybody, Richard is 64 years old, and as you can see,
Touch me in the morning.
he's got boundless energy. Where does it come from? What did you have for breakfast?
Energy comes from this, just like
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
We, you know, either you're a people person or you're not.
Right.
Either you love people or you put up with them.
Yes.
And my parents said something to me years ago, no strangers. That in some way, all of us are related in God's world.
Yes.
And so you could be my sister.
Yes. Well,
You know, a lot of people thought that was Beyonce in the Super Bowl, but it wasn't.
who was it, Richard?
It was me.
Richard,
Actually, I had that same outfit on underneath my tank top.
Richard, you know, as a child of the 70s, I remember all the 80s sweating with the oldies, Nikki Haskell,
I wasn't born in the 80s.
You were friends with all of the fabulous women of Hollywood, the Collins sisters and everything. You've been around for so long. Have you ever thought...
Old Man River.
Have you ever...
That old man. Isn't that nice? She had this big old show with Wendy, and she goes, "You're just old. You're just old.
No, have you ever thought-
You might as well just be right next to Michael Jackson in Forest Lawn."
No, well, have you ever thought of retiring?
God doesn't want me to retire.
Yes.
I have a lot more work to do. There are more overweight children, more overweight teenagers, some of them getting bullied and committing suicide, more young adult married couples and seniors who are filled with low self-worth and self-doubt.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of work to do, just like you.
Yeah. You had a very, very nice... Do you remember back in the day,
Kiss
Richard?
me.
Sweating with the oldies and everything. He's got a new video, and it's done for...
Well, it's 90 days worth. This is with Gaiam, the #1 fitness company.
Okay.
And it's a 90-day program where each month you get a cardio, a toning, and a challenge, like a balance challenge or an ab challenge.
Is there an age on here, like one for teens and one for seniors?
No, this is all of my... How many of you own one of my DVDs or videos? Raise your hand if you own one of mine. That's it! That's it! I'm getting the hell out of here.
Your work is done. Your work is done. Look, I know you have your...
No, all my movements are safe. They're low impact.
Yes.
There's a lot of exercise stuff out here that is jarring to the knees and the back. And
Talk about it.
With this, you just get great low impact cardio and toning, because you have to tone.
And I think that's the key. You know, you are very gentle on the joints. You know, for your workouts, very low impact. Do you still have...
Well, you know why, Wendy?
Do you-
Because,
Do you still have
first of all, let's talk about J-Lo's outfit, all right?
Do you still have your Slimmins exercise studio in fabulous Beverly Hills?
I'd like to lick the back of your neck.
Oh. All right, what do you think about this?
No, I do have my studio. It's called Slimmins. I have people there. What's wrong? I have people at my studio that are 16. I have a lady who's in my DVD. Her name is Jerry Sinclair. She's 91. and everything in between. I have people, actresses who are 110.
You're
I also have 400-pound people in my
You're
class.
very compassionate, and but I did want to ask you regarding our friends Lisa Lampanelli and Al Roker and those extreme weight loss surgeries. That now they've both worked very well on them. What are your thoughts about?
I think weight
the
loss
surgeries?
surgery is between you, your doctor, and God. I think you can ask 50 million people about it, but you still have to work the program. You know, there's a formula. Love yourself,
Yeah.
no matter what you've been through in the past. Number 2, watch your portions.
Yes.
And number 3, ejercicio todos los días. Every day, you must move the buns, you must move the legs.
Everybody,
You must do everything in the world.
with Richard, we're going to do some Academy Award-worthy acting in a special edition of Hairpiece Theater next. Don't miss it.
Get over here.
We're back with Richard Simmons. Richard is now a singer on iTunes. What is that?
I had an epiphany and I started to write some songs, some dance songs, some emotional songs. And I have a lot of people at my studio and their husbands or wives are deployed in Afghanistan.
So it's available on iTunes?
So I wrote a song called Piece of My Heart.
Perfect.
And it's on iTunes now and I hope that you'll enjoy it.
Okay, very nice. Okay, let's do some acting. Now, Richard and I are going to pay tribute to some of the films that are getting the most Oscar buzz in Hairpiece Theater, the Oscar edition. Let's get started. Our first movie is Lincoln.
I think I'm gonna have your name put right here.
Richard, let's act for the people. Now, you threw your script back there, but we can take another one. Come on, Doug.
No, we don't need a script because we're gonna just ad lib.
Okay, we'll put on, oh God, we'll put on your costume. Oh my God, and action. Go. This is Lincoln, everybody. Richard, go.
We haven't had sex in so long.
I'm your crazy wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, and I don't want to have sex with you until you work on your mustache.
I don't have a mustache. I have a beard.
Exactly.
And right now, I'd like to take my beard and put it someplace naughty.
Well, I'm in the middle of a Bridezilla marathon, and I've got a butt roast in the oven, so leave me alone.
Well, in my movie, I had 37 million speeches that are boring people.
Don't you need to work on the Gettysburg Address?
Pardon me?
Nobody wants to start with 4-7 years. How you doing, Gettysburg?
No, I'm actually going to do my Gettysburg Address dressed like you.
Uh-huh.
It'll be my first drag appearance in Congress.
And scene. Okay, the next movie is Life of Pi. Did you see this movie, Richard? Here we go. And action. Watch this. Watch this. I can't believe Life of Pi is 2 whole hours stuck here in a boat with a tiger with bedazzlement.
But at least we have the movie Marigold Hotel. And you know I really love that movie very much. And I'm a lion, but I like the movie. It's about a Marigold Hotel and I'm trying to find peace.
I'm still trying to figure out why it's called Life of Pi. I see no pie in this boat. What are we gonna eat, tiger?
Well, the pie is somewhere, but you've got to find it.
Stop looking at my donkey booty, tiger. It's not a piece of meat.
Let me tell you something right now. I would not only like to lick the back of your neck, I'd like to lick your teeth.
Fix
I'd
your
like
face.
I'd like to lick your eyes. I'd like to lick your nails. I would like to lick your inner thighs.
You're nasty, tiger. End scene. Okay. Our next movie is the Oscar-nominated movie Les Miserables. I don't like Anne Hathaway's hair like this. Can I just say, it makes
No.
your teeth look big. But I'm gonna put it on. All right, well, I'm Anne Hathaway. Oh, I have something else to put on? Oh, yeah, it is French. Here, boom. Okay, look. Bonjour! Richard.
I had a dream of days gone by. I was a slave to a mean man. And then he killed himself. I cried.
Okay, well, let me just put a piece of hat on. Ooh la la, that's not miserable. That's miserable. That's why they call it Les Miserables. Anne Hathaway,
I would like to lick her teeth too.
plenty of surface.
Okay, and I like to say the big girl who played my daughter.
Oh, I can't
She was
take
so
it.
crazy. She was so spoiled. She drove me crazy. That little girl with the big ball eyeballs.
You know what? I just can't take it. This Hairpiece Theater was a mess, but you...
It was not a mess. We had a good time.
We had a lot of fun. Richard Simmons, thank you so much for coming by. Everybody, this is Richard Simmons. For more information about Richard's Project Hope DVD, go to wendyshow.com. Up next, it's time for our Live Like a Star audience giveaway. Thank you. Thank you. Hey you, it's time for our Live Like a Star audience giveaway. Actress Sofia Vergara has become a fan of this company, so we thought that we would ask them to send over some of their latest trends. And here's what they sent. Michael Lee, open the box.
There you go, Wendy.
This is so fabulous. You're gonna love it. It's a fabulous necklace. This is a piece from Gemma Simone. It's called the Joan Collar necklace. Gemma Simone offers fashion-forward designs to complement your style on any occasion. Our at-home viewers, you guys can log on to my Facebook page at wendyshow.com. Thank you so much, Gemma Simone. Your necklace is beautiful. Studio audience, enjoy yours. We'll be right back. Keep it here. What a show. Tomorrow, don't miss our Hot Talk panel, plus comedian Heather McDonald and the hottest celebrity makeup trends. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.